Hey there guys, I'm going to be going back to the Scorn of the Beast of the Dark for another kill. Now a friend of mine, Gonzi the Mage, did a clear on this recently. You should check out his YouTube channel as well for some really cool videos. But he did a clear using Ellie to just AoE DPS both the bosses at the same time. And I thought it was a kind of cool idea, so I'm going to do a slight modification of it. I'm going to be doing it with Kunshira and Lawrence instead. So we're going to be doing C card with, the usual physical evasion cover. It's not required to have evasion, but it is very helpful if you can. It's hard without evasion. We're going to use Folka for our healer, mana regen, immunity buffs, etc. If you don't have Folka, I've got a video on my channel showing how to do it without her. But I've already shown how, so we're going to use her. Fina is going to be a support. She can do AoE Dispel. She can do a resist all buff, she can help with healing, etc. She's just like a second support. You can really bring anyone you want for this slot. Nicole, Zargabath, your favorite buffer, your Raisha, probably. I'm not familiar with her kit, but she should be fine. We're going to bring Lauren for the breaks, for helping chain, because she chains with Lauren. It's a really nice synergy combo. She chains with Thunder and Wind, along with the Laurens. Gave her some resistance, the usual. Kunshira is going to be our main DPS. She's got a lot of Beast Killer in her kit, and she's got an amazing buff that we're going to be using here for resistances. Other than that, she's got some, natural resist. Well, not natural, but she's got some that I gave her. And we're bringing Chromo's Kunshira as well, geared mostly the same way. A lot of resist, some elemental or non-elemental weapons, and some chaining. So let's get into it. The missions are, we need to summon Leviathan and Phoenix, and we need to use no items and do thunder damage, was it 6 times, 8 times, I don't know, a bunch of times. Our main DPS is going to be Thunder, so we're going to be chaining Thunder the whole fight, so that's no problem at all. And then as far as the rest of the missions, we'll get them. We're going to be AoE chaining every turn, so we're going to get plenty of Esper Orbs. Well, maybe not every turn. Yeah, there's some turns we're not going to chain, but you get the idea. Alright. So here we go, the usual, the ambush, dispel, etc. They buff themselves. So first thing we're going to do with Fina is dual cast a dispel on the enemies, and we're going to get rid of that poison they put up. Now Folka is going to give us immunity, so we never get that poison again. Sieg will physical cover. Now we're going to start doing Kunshira for rising elements. That's a resistance buff, and then falling elements. It's a resistance buff that gives us 100% fire, lightning, wind, and water resist, which is kind of like made for this trial. It's amazing. And then we're going to chain some thunder. Although we're not really chaining yet, but it's because it's crystals, Esper Orbs, etc. Now we don't have dark resist buff yet, but with Kunshira's 100% to all resist and the gear we're wearing, it's pretty fine. Some people might take a few small hits, like you saw. Okay, well the friend's not quite geared as well, but it's no problem at all. Because now that first turn, the ambush is over, we're going to go ahead and get Fina to do a Divine Veil. So now we've got Dark Resist as well, so we shouldn't take any more damage. Alright, here we go. So now we're going to chain all 3 of these bros. We're going to Tempest Spellblade with these, and Lauren's going to chain with her. So let's go ahead and chain. There we go. Alright, we almost pushed Ifrit to the threshold, not quite. Alright, we'll go ahead and do that for the mitigation. And now we will Cerulean and Teardrop with Folka for the healing. Because now that we've got Dark Resist as well, our resist should be averaged across the board for close to immunity, if not total immunity. Alright, so they cured their breaks with Siren. But that's not a problem, because I will dispel that buff they put on themselves. Folka's going to summon Phoenix for the first mission. We're going to go ahead and limit with Lauren, and then cover again with Sieg. That puts breaks up again, and more imperils to Wind and Thunder, which is what we're chaining with. Alright, so we pushed that first threshold with Dark Ifrit. Alright, that was really close to push two thresholds at once, which is kind of dangerous. And they still have mitigation up, by the way. Like, we've dealt all this damage with their mitigation active. Alright, so unfortunately, Ifrit is taking a little bit more damage than we want, as opposed to Siren. So we're gonna have to calm down a little bit on Ifrit's damage. Alright, so they buffed themselves. Let's see here. So Folka will dispel that buff. Alright, so currently they're not imperiled at all, and they're not broken. So we're just going to chain, you know, straight up. Now we are going to push past that 80% threshold with Ifrit, so that's kind of nice. We're safe. Sieg, I don't remember what you did last turn, so we'll just do that. And Folka will, I don't know what you did last turn either, so you'll just fill everybody's mana up. Alright, so turn 4 is when the mitigation buff, or the resist buff with the Kunshiras would be wearing off. But, we don't have to worry about it, because they're going to dispel us anyway. Alright, so next turn is that big attack. And there's the dispel. Alright, so here's the cool thing with Kunshira is normally you can't keep her Rising Elements buff active all the time because it's got cooldown. But we're going to Falling Elements with this Kunshira, and the other Kunshira will use her Rising Elements. So you basically just alternate the two. Fina is going to give us a Divine Veil for the resistance. Folka is going to, let's see, Sobering and Flowing. And Sieg will Stylish Form. Lauren, not much for her to do this turn, so she'll just Tempest Blast. Which, you know, Unchained won't deal much damage, but the bosses no longer have mitigation, by the way. Alright, here's the Dual Wave. But you can't hurt us. Alright, and their mitigation is now gone, so now we're going to start dealing some respectable damage. And Ifrit is broken too, but because Ifrit is at 78%, he just passed that 80% threshold, which is where it checks you if you push too many thresholds at once. The next one's at 60, and the one after that is at 40. So as long as we don't push him all the way to 40% in one turn, we're fine. So we're going to leave him broken. We're not going to dispel that break. If you're ever worried about pushing 2 thresholds, dispel the break off of Ifrit. But we're not worried about it. So we're just going to push as hard as we can right here. So here we go. Fina is going to Divine Veil for even more. Oh, we just did that, actually. Yeah, we just did that. And we're going to cap with Sieg's limit first. So we're going to chain, wait, 1, 2, and then hit Sieg's limit. Now, Sieg's limit's not going to do very much damage at all. It's just a little bit of bonus here. Alright, we push past that next threshold, which is actually a wonderful slot to be in. We just passed the 60%, so we've got now 20% more until, or 40% more to the next one at 20%. Unfortunately, though, we're pushing them a little too hard. Siren is falling behind, so we're going to have to stop breaking Ifrit for a few turns. So let's go ahead and Divine Veil here, and Folka will give us a, actually the wrong skill. Folka's going to give us a double mana regen. Alright, so as long as we dispel Ifrit's breaks, Siren should begin taking more damage, because we are using her weakness element, which is lightning, as opposed to Ifrit. Alright, so this is gonna look a little bit strange here. They cured their breaks. But we're going to go ahead and dispel and heal with Fina, so they're dispelled. Now we're going to use Lauren to use her limit. This is going to re-imperil Siren. I'll wait for Lauren to finish. But now we're actually going to single target dispel that break off of Ifrit, because I don't want to push him that hard. Alright, and the Kunshiras will Tempest Spellblade. Now this should help Siren catch up on the damage. And let's cover with, let's see. Yeah, so Ifrit's taking only a little bit of damage here, but Siren's damage is dropping quite quick, actually, as you see. So after that turn, they're now only 4% apart. So a few more turns of that, and Siren will pull ahead in damage. Alright, so on turn 5, we redid the Kunshira's buffs. It lasts 4 turns, so it'll last for turn 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we have one more turn remaining of the Kunshira's buff. Alright, they actually boosted all their stats. Yeah, that defense boost is a big DPS drop, so I'm going to go ahead and dispel them. And then I'll just heal, and I mean, I don't know why, it's nothing else to do. And now that they're dispelled, we'll just go ahead and chain. We're not going to worry about using any limit breaks for anything. We'll just big chain. Because now Lauren is helping in the chain as well. Alright, so the damage has now equalized. Actually, Siren's tiny bit behind. Or ahead. So we'll do that. And Folka will... let's see, Teardrop. Alright, so this is the turn they're going to dispel us again. Now this turn we're also going to lose our buffs from Kunshira. Now I could recast it right here, but it's going to be dispelled at the end of the round, so I'm going to go a turn where I'm just using no buffs at all. I'm sorry, no Kunshira buffs. We are going to use Fina's Divine Veil, and to help compensate, we're going to use a Water Resist from Folka, and we're going to use a Cerulean Shell. How's Sieg's cover looking? He does have rounds on his cover. Oh yeah, we got lots of rounds on the cover. Alright, and we're going to chain everyone. Let's see, Ifrit. Yeah, and then we're going to get Sieg hard Limit Burst ready. And see if we can cap. That's also going to give us a nice mitigation buff for this turn. And we pushed Ifrit through the last threshold. Come on, did we? We did. Got it. Alright, and now Siren's pulling ahead as well. Alright, so as you see, we have no, our good buffs are not up right now. So we're taking some hits. We're taking some hits. I mean, it's a little painful here. But it's not a problem. Alright, here's the Dispel. Yeah, see, I could have used, Kunshira's buffs, but I didn't want to risk it. Or I didn't want to, waste it. So let's see. So they are buffed. What did they buff himself with? Matt? Okay, that's fine. Let me think for a second. Yeah, this should be fine. Alright, so Fina is going to Divine Veil. We're going to break with Lauren. Alright, we're going to cover here. Folka is going to heal and Water Resist. Let's see, Water Resist and a heal. And we're going to chain with the Kunshiras. Alright, so we're not using Kunshira's buffs here, so this might be a little bit risky. I'm hoping with the health plane we're still immune to them. I didn't actually do the math beforehand, dual wave. Is anybody going to die here? Anyone low in resist? I think we're all okay. It looks like we're okay. Got it. We're okay. We're okay with no imperils. Not a problem. Their health is pretty equalized again. I'm going to actually. I'm going to. Oh no, we need immunity buffs. So we're going to immunity buffs with Folka. I'm going to go ahead and Dispel with Fina. I'm going to AoE Dispel with Fina. And then we're going to use Lauren's cooldown here. This is going to break Ifrit, and it's also but it's also going to oh, I shouldn't have done that. Derp. I actually need to Falling Elements and Rising Elements. Oh, Rising Elements. This one's on cooldown, so we got a Rising Elements with mine. All right, so I kind of messed that up. It's fine. It's fine. I just basically wasted a turn of DPS. Yeah, I forgot that I didn't do the elements last turn. Oh, and they did Protection Song, so I wasted a lot of DPS there actually. I mean, the fight's totally under control. It's just this community. I was hoping for like kind of like a quickish video, but now because I've got to dispel them again. Let's see, dual cast Dispel. And I guess just heal, whatever. So we're just gonna go ahead and Tempest Flash and chain everybody. I guess this is actually not the worst thing because it allows Siren to pull ahead again. Because when they're all dispelled, Siren takes more damage. Yeah, see, Siren's dropping quicker, which is convenient. Oh, I was supposed to do that with Seek. Whoops. And we'll mana regen. Alright, so what are they going to cast here? Flames are growing, whatever, Siren Song. Siren Song is actually good. That's the one where they don't, buff themselves, I think. So I can pop a, Limit Burst with Lauren and get this going kind of nice. Alright, so Lauren will limit, let's reload. We still need to summon Leviathan. We never actually did that, so let's summon Leviathan. Let's see what kind of damage we deal with chains. We need a cover as well. Oh, Ifrit. Come on, bro. Don't die on me now. Alright, so we're gonna refresh these buffs. Yeah, Ifrit's real hurt. Alright, Purification Song. That's actually a good thing. Because it cures the breaks off of Ifrit. Oh, I didn't do Dark Resist with Fina. I was supposed to do that Dark Resist last turn instead of summoning the Esper. That's why we took so much damage. It's fine. So is Siren still imperiled? She is. Okay. So we're going to Dark Resist with Fina. Folk is going to Dispel. Let's see. Let's heal and Dispel. I want to Dispel those Imperils off of Ifrit so he doesn't die, although he might die anyway here. He actually probably will die, truthfully. But Siren will be at like 1% health, so I don't really care if he dies. Alright, Tempest Spellblade, Tempest Spellblade, Tempest Spellblade. C card will try to cap with his limit. We do at this point we did all the missions, by the way. Oh, there we go. We killed him at the same time. Boom. Turn 14. Thank you, Kunshiras and Lauren. And support Fina, healer Folka, cover C card with a nice mitigation buff. So there's a quick and easy way to do it. If you've got Kunshira, who is a pretty decent fit for this fight to go along with Lauren. And we did all the missions. We did Lightning a trillion times. We summoned Leviathan and Phoenix, and we never used an item. See you guys soon.